The United States, a nation built on immigration, finds itself grappling with a deeply divisive issue: birthright citizenship. At the heart of the debate is an executive order signed by President Trump, an order that seeks to redefine who is considered an American citizen from birth. This executive order has ignited a firestorm of controversy, sparking legal challenges and igniting passionate arguments from both sides of the political spectrum. The crux of the matter lies in the interpretation of the 14th Amendment to the U.S. Constitution. This amendment, adopted in the aftermath of the Civil War, guarantees citizenship to all persons born or naturalized in the United States. However, President Trump's executive order challenges the long-held understanding of this amendment, particularly its application to children born to undocumented immigrants. The debate over birthright citizenship is not merely a legal one, it is deeply intertwined with social, economic, and moral considerations. Opponents of birthright citizenship argue that it incentivizes illegal immigration and creates an unfair burden on taxpayers. Proponents, on the other hand, maintain that it is a fundamental human right and a cornerstone of American identity. President Trump's executive order, signed on date, aims to restrict birthright citizenship for children born in the United States to non-citizen parents. This move has sparked a nationwide debate about the interpretation of the Constitution and the future of immigration policy in America. Specifically, the order targets children born to parents who are in the country illegally or who are present on temporary visas. This has raised concerns among immigrant communities and human rights organizations. The order declares that such children will no longer be automatically granted U.S. citizenship at birth. This marks a significant shift from the long-standing practice of birthright citizenship in the United States. The executive order argues that the 14th Amendment's guarantee of citizenship was never intended to apply to children of undocumented immigrants. This interpretation has been a point of contention among legal scholars. It contends that the phrase, "subject to the jurisdiction thereof" in the amendment, refers only to individuals who are lawfully present in the United States. This narrow interpretation has been criticized for its potential to exclude many individuals who have long been considered citizens. This interpretation, however, deviates from the long-standing legal understanding of the 14th Amendment. Historically, the amendment has been interpreted to grant citizenship to nearly all individuals born on American soil. The order's implementation faces significant hurdles, as it directly contradicts the plain language of the Constitution. Legal experts predict a series of court challenges that could take years to resolve. Legal experts argue that amending the Constitution requires a lengthy and complex process, involving a supermajority vote in both houses of Congress and ratification by 3/4 of the states. This process is designed to ensure that any changes to the Constitution reflect a broad consensus. An executive order, they contend, cannot unilaterally overturn a constitutional amendment. This fundamental principle of American law is likely to be a central issue in the upcoming legal battles. The executive order has been met with immediate backlash from legal scholars, civil rights organizations, and Democratic lawmakers. They argue that it undermines the very fabric of American democracy and sets a dangerous precedent for executive overreach. They argue that it undermines the very fabric of American democracy and sets a dangerous precedent for executive overreach. The controversy has ignited protests and legal actions across the country. The stage is set for a protracted legal battle that could ultimately determine the fate of birthright citizenship in the United States. The outcome of this battle will have profound implications for the nation's identity and values. The ink was barely dry on President Trump's executive order when a coalition of states, led by Washington, Arizona, Illinois, and Oregon, filed a lawsuit challenging its legality. These states argue that the executive order is not only unconstitutional, but also harmful to their residents. The lawsuit argues that the order violates the 14th Amendment's guarantee of birthright citizenship and exceeds the president's constitutional authority. Legal experts are closely watching this case, as it could set a significant precedent. The state's lawsuit contends that the executive order would have a devastating impact on families and children across the country. Many families fear separation and the loss of their rights. It argues that children born in the United States to undocumented parents would be rendered stateless, vulnerable to deportation, and denied access to essential services such as education and healthcare. This could lead to a humanitarian crisis. The legal challenge from the states is just one of many mounting against the executive order. Various advocacy groups and legal organizations are also preparing to take action. The American Civil Liberties Union, ACLU, has also filed a lawsuit, arguing that the order is a blatant attempt to undermine the Constitution and create a second-class citizenry. They emphasize the importance of protecting civil liberties. The lawsuits against President Trump's executive order highlight the deep divisions within the country over immigration and citizenship. Public opinion is sharply divided, with passionate arguments on both sides. They also underscore the crucial role of the judiciary in upholding the Constitution and protecting the rights of all Americans, regardless of their immigration status. The courts will play a pivotal role in determining the outcome. The legal battle over birthright citizenship is far from over, and its outcome will have profound implications for the future of the United States. The nation watches closely as this legal drama unfolds. At the heart of the debate over President Trump's executive order lies the 14th Amendment to the U.S. Constitution, a cornerstone of American law that guarantees citizenship to all persons born or naturalized in the United States. This amendment has been a pivotal element in shaping the nation's identity and legal framework. Ratified in 1868, the 14th Amendment was enacted in the aftermath of the Civil War to ensure citizenship rights for formerly enslaved African Americans. It was a monumental step towards equality and justice in a deeply divided nation. The 14th Amendment's Citizenship Clause states, "All persons born or naturalized in the United States and subject to the jurisdiction thereof are citizens of the United States and of the state wherein they reside." This clear and unambiguous language has been the foundation of birthright citizenship. This clause has been widely interpreted to grant automatic citizenship to children born on U.S. soil, regardless of their parents' immigration status. It has provided a sense of security and belonging to countless families across generations. The historical context of the 14th Amendment is crucial to understanding its intended scope. It was a direct response to the injustices and inequalities that plagued the nation during and after the Civil War. The amendment was specifically designed to overturn the Dred Scott Supreme Court decision, which had ruled that African Americans, whether free or enslaved, could not be considered U.S. citizens. This landmark change was essential in redefining the nation's legal and moral compass. The 14th Amendment aimed to rectify this injustice and ensure equal citizenship rights for all. It was a promise of a more inclusive and fair society. The 14th Amendment's guarantee of birthright citizenship has been a bedrock principle of American law for over a century. It has stood the test of time, reinforcing the nation's commitment to equality. It reflects the nation's commitment to inclusivity and its recognition of the inherent rights of all persons born within its borders. This principle has been a beacon of hope for many seeking a better life in the United States. President Trump's executive order, by seeking to restrict birthright citizenship, challenges this fundamental principle and threatens to undermine the very fabric of American democracy. The debate continues, highlighting the ongoing struggle to balance national security and human rights. The executive order proposed by President Trump could have far-reaching consequences. If implemented, it might alter the very fabric of American citizenship. This change could affect millions of people, both within the United States and abroad. Legal experts are divided on the potential outcomes, with some predicting prolonged court battles. The economic and social implications are equally uncertain, raising questions about the future of immigration policy in the country. The debate over birthright citizenship is not new, but it has certainly intensified. Politicians from both sides of the aisle are weighing in, each with their own perspective. Some argue that the 14th Amendment is clear and should not be tampered with. Others believe that changes are necessary to address modern immigration challenges. This issue has become a focal point in political campaigns, influencing voter opinions and shaping policy discussions. Predicting the fate of Trump's executive order is no easy task. Legal scholars suggest that it will face significant hurdles in the courts. Some believe it could be struck down as unconstitutional, while others think it might survive in a modified form. The Supreme Court could ultimately decide the matter, but that process could take years. In the meantime, the order remains a hot topic of debate and speculation. The battle over birthright citizenship is far from over. Advocacy groups on both sides are gearing up for a prolonged fight. Public opinion is deeply divided, reflecting broader tensions in American society. As the legal challenges unfold, the issue will likely remain at the forefront of national discourse. Regardless of the outcome, the debate will have lasting implications for the nation's identity and values. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share this video to stay updated on this important issue.